Sponsorship. T5 is almost here, and with that, this video today is sponsored by FamiSafe. There it is in your screen. Now, FamiSafe is a reliable all-in-one parental control app aimed at safeguarding kids 24/7 online, and it's got a lot of different things that parents would want in order to monitor your kids. Not only location, but also apps. You can control the web and all of that. So we're gonna go ahead and go over some of the main features that this has in order for you to be able to make sure that your child is doing the right thing. So first, let's go ahead and talk about the location tracking, because with this app it's very simple. You have your kid's phone and then you have your own phone. On your phone, you'll go ahead and log in as the parent, and then on your kid's phone, of course, you'll log in as the child. Now, with all of that being said, once you do that, then on the parent phone, you'll be able to do a lot of different things. The first of which is going to be the tracking, which will tell you where your kid is at all times. There is also a couple of other things like what apps they're using, how long they're using it for, and you can set different parameters as far as how long they can use an app per day, how long they can have their screen time up. That way you can limit the addiction factor that a lot of kids have now with their phones. And I mean, let's be honest, it's not just kids too, adults, pretty much everybody that now walks around with a phone. If you can try to limit their addiction to it, even better. Now, this also has Geofence Tracking. Now, essentially what that is that you can set a parameter, and if your kid ever goes outside of that area, you'll be notified immediately. Like, hey, your kid is where they're not supposed to be. So yeah, you should probably do something about that. And because you have the location tracking, you're gonna know exactly where they're at. So now the biggest one here, at least for me, is the apps/game blocking. Now, we know that some kids, when they get their phones, etc., they just start downloading anything and everything. If their phone still has space, they're downloading something. So if there are specific apps or games that you do not want your kids to play, this is an easy way to make sure that you go ahead and you block that. Now, when you take a look at this right here, you also have a timestamp of what they're using. You like WhatsApp, Kick, Facebook, Twitter, Clash of Clans, whatever it may be, you'll get a little rundown of what they're using, the apps that they're using. So if it's like an app that you didn't know about and then you see it pop up on the feed, then you don't particularly like that, then you can go ahead and just block it or limit it or however you want to go about it. So it's really, really good, especially if you don't want your kids starting to play in those gacha games, etc., and those like gambling habits. Then you can put a stop to it early. Here are also some of the other things that you can see: activity report, browser history, screen time, which with screen time you can basically limit how much they can be on their phone, which is a very good incentive to not always be on your phone. Web filters, YouTube app control, because let's be honest, about 80 or 90% of the time kids are usually on YouTube. So a YouTube app control is super beneficial. Smart schedule, location history, etc., etc. It just has so many things that you can actually take advantage of, that if you are a parent and you have a kid or kids that you want to know what they're doing, what they're going to be doing with their phone, etc., where they're going to be at, this is something that's really going to be beneficial. Now, you also have web filter, which is the other big thing, because with kids, you know that a lot of times they're also just going to be browsing the internet. And then from here, you get all of these different options that you can actually start blocking. If you don't want something associated with that, it'll actually catch it and do it for you. So if it's drugs, weapons, gambling, tobacco, etc., it will actually be able to help you with that, and it'll help you feel a little bit better as to what's the content that your kid is seeing in the internet. Because let's be honest, when you're talking about the internet is this place where it's so massive. It's got so much information, a lot of great information, and a lot of information that you can take advantage of. But at the same time, there's also the other side of the internet, which is the inappropriate side, the bullying side. You know what I'm talking about. So with all the benefits of the internet, there's also the not so great benefits, and this will allow you to actually take advantage of that, which is an amazing thing. And then of course, the elephant in the room, the explicit content detection. There is that. There is a way to detect it, and if it happens, you actually have a way to get that blocked as well. So this is an app that pretty much gives you control of what they can do and what they can't do. And now I would not suggest to go like completely all out, but at the same time, you know your kids better than everybody else, so you should know what you should probably be focusing on as far as trying to take them away from that. And then it'll also give you an idea of what they're really into. What are they spending their time mostly on? Are they mostly on YouTube? What are they watching? Is what they're watching something that you're okay with? And even if you're not like 100% okay with it, as long as it's not like super inappropriate or something like that, then maybe you can let it slide. This is just something that will give you a leg up, if you will, as far as knowing what your kid is doing, where they're at, what kind of content they're consuming, etc. And if it's something that you don't like, go ahead and block it away. So this app definitely gives you a bunch of options, and definitely try to take advantage of that. The download links is going to be down in the description, so make sure you guys check it out, and let me know what you guys think. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching, and until later, bye.